Ms. Grimaldi, do you have the answer?
Yes, it is a 1-year misdemeanor, Your Honor.
It's a 1-year misdemeanor to go in the casino when you don't supposed to go in the casino?
That it is.
I feel the same.
My good. Oh, now let me say this. I never would have guessed it. I was thinking you were going to say it's a 30-day misdemeanor.
Yeah, maybe 10 days.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me go back and just say again. Now, if there was a list for Lay's potato chips that I put my name on, you know, I would probably be sitting in court too, because I would have to not shop for myself. I would have to try to not shop for myself. Because if you go in the store, and like the other day when I went in the store and then Lay's had buy 2, get 2 free. I mean, it was just a shame. You know, that the price of the chips already too high. So they raised the price of the little family bag or the big bag to $4. It's not $4 worth of potato chips in there. So when you tell me I could get 4 buy 2, get 2 free, I'm going to buy them, right? And I did. And unfortunately, I've been eating them. So I understand.
Today in Judge Bryant's courtroom, we have a case that's both unusual and surprising, as we have an elderly defendant who might have a serious gambling problem. But this isn't your typical gambling tale, because the defendant has voluntarily placed herself on a gambling addicts list, a decision that now turns her casino visits into crimes akin to trespassing. It's a predicament that's landed her in court, facing the consequences of violating the terms she willingly accepted. However, she couldn't resist the allure of the casino's lights and sounds. Her visit, though well-intentioned in her own eyes, now puts her on the wrong side of the law, facing charges similar to trespassing, but with worse consequences. Judge Bryant is confronted with a moral dilemma. On one hand, the defendant's intentions were rooted in a desperate search for human connection and interaction during the lonely lockdown period. On the other hand, Michigan's laws regarding such breaches of the gambling registry are stringent and carry unexpectedly severe penalties. It's a delicate balance between empathy and the law, so the outcome of this case is sure to leave a lasting impression. Stay tuned as Judge Bryant navigates this intricate case and renders her decision.
Have you had an opportunity to either review for yourself or to go over with your lawyer your constitutional rights? And it is okay if the answer is no.
No.
All right. I'm going to go over these rights with you, Ms. Harper. Number 9, this is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by, I think, 93 days in jail and up to $500 in fines plus costs. Madam Prosecutor, is this a 93-day misdemeanor?
Let me double check on that, Your Honor.
Okay, because it could be a less misdemeanor based on the charge, but don't worry about that. I'm going to get the information for you, Ms. Harper, but I'm not going to sentence you to jail. I can tell you that. There is no mandatory minimum jail sentence on this case. Additionally, do you have the answer?
Yes, it is a 1-year misdemeanor, Your Honor.
It's a 1-year misdemeanor to go in the casino when you don't supposed to go in the casino?
That it is.
I feel the same.
My good. Oh, now let me say this. I never would have guessed it. I was thinking you were going to say it's a 30-day misdemeanor.
Yeah, maybe 10 days.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me go back and just say, again, Ms. Harper, I don't have any intention of putting you in jail. But just for your future knowledge, it is a 1-year misdemeanor. Do you know that assault and battery and domestic violence are 93-day misdemeanors?
Crazy.
Okay, now something has to be done. All right, I digress. It's a 1-year misdemeanor. Okay. Finally.
I have no
Sorry,
problem with voir dire, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Grimaldi.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Harper, on January 1st of 2023, were you at the MGM Grand Casino located at 1777 3rd Street in Detroit?
Yes.
And is that in the county of Wayne?
Yes.
And at the time that you were in the casino, were you on the disassociated?
Uh-oh, you went mute. Okay.
I apologize. At the time that you were at the casino, were you registered on the disassociated persons list?
Yes.
The people are satisfied, Your Honor.
One
Said-
other question I would like to ask before. Did you know that being on the disassociated persons list meant you were not supposed to go into the casinos?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is defense satisfied?
Satisfied.
The court is satisfied. I will accept a guilty plea to one count of gambling disassociated person that I did not know was a 1-year misdemeanor. Okay, I mean, I think that's horrible, but
That needs to
That's-
change. I agree.
that's
I
not my
agree.
business. So the legislature has decided that it's more serious to gamble than it is to assault somebody. That doesn't sound right, but okay, let me stay in my lane and in my business because I am not on the legislature and that is not my business. But maybe somebody could tell the legislatures to watch this video and they could see how kind of off kilter that sounds. And maybe they will either raise the 93-day misdemeanor, but whatever they do with that, they need to lower this one. But nonetheless, again, that's not my business. I'm going to stay in my lane. Is there any objection to immediate sentencing for Ms. Harper?
No, Your Honor.
No objection from the people, Your Honor.
All right. And would the people like to address the court as to sentencing? And Ms. Grimaldi, I would like the people to tell me if you are recommending any length of the delayed sentence period.
Your Honor, we're not recommending a length of the period. We would leave this to your discretion.
Okay. All
Thank you.
right, Mr. Newman, anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Harper she's 73 years old. She has had a life filled with hardships. I've known her for a little bit of time, but however, the stuff that she shared with me has broke my heart. It's taken me to a point where I've followed up with her. I've wanted to see how she's doing with herself, just because she is such an outstanding woman. In this case, like you said, just entering into a casino has made her feel like a criminal at this time. It is a crime, definitely. She's put herself on that list, and she's not a wealthy woman. She barely has any money, Your Honor. She takes the smart bus around town. She to get to my office, Your Honor, it takes her a good hour. She has to wake up super early. She doesn't communicate with her family much. She doesn't really have anybody to support her. She's in a very difficult position to even sustain herself sometimes. And I look at her as almost like a hero, how she's doing it day in and day out. She's definitely apologetic for what she did of putting herself on that list and entering into the casino. She's a people person, Your Honor. She loves talking to people. She loves seeing a bunch of people around. After COVID happened, when she was secluded from everybody for so long, she did develop some sort of anxiety and stress, and maybe a little bit of depression, Your Honor, as many Americans did. She definitely wanted to go ahead just to see people. She doesn't have much money to even gamble away, Your Honor. We're asking for non-reporting probation at this time. Like I said, she doesn't have any prior convictions. She's a stand-up person. She's very responsible. Like I said, she even to come into our office, she comes at 6 a.m. sometimes. Miss Harper she's a good woman, Your Honor, and I can say that with full confidence.
All right, Ms. Harper, would you like to say anything to the court before I impose your sentence?
No.
All right. Yeah, I can't even imagine that this is a 1-year misdemeanor. Now, let me say this. I do understand why it's a crime. Initially, I didn't understand why it's a crime, but I do understand why they have criminalized going into the casino if you're on the disassociated persons list. I am thankful that the legislation changed right after I was assigned to this docket, or sometime shortly after, within a year, maybe even shorter than a year, maybe 6 to 8 months after I got assigned to the docket. When I first got on the docket, the disassociated persons list was a permanent thing. Once you put yourself on it, you couldn't take yourself off. And I used to say on every case that I thought that was horrible. Now, I don't know if the legislatures listened to me. It may not. They probably didn't. I don't know. I'm not a lobbyist or anything of the sort. But within 6 to 8 months, the law had changed, and the person can at least take their name off of the disassociated persons list. So that was at least good. But I understand for the good of the community that if a person identifies themselves as having a gambling problem, then it is incumbent upon the government to some extent to protect society from things such as individuals who would gamble so much their addiction may take them over, and then now you're starting to rob me, or trying to get money to gamble. And that's how identity theft and those type of things can develop from an individual who is addicted to gambling. So I understand why it's criminalized. Now, I don't understand why it's a 1-year misdemeanor, but I understand that. A person can also have their name now removed from the list after 5 years. And so, Ms. Harper, if the things that your lawyer said about you having limited means and this, that, and the other, that really means, you have to not gamble it away. Now, if there was a list for Lay's potato chips that I put my name on, I would probably be sitting in court too, because I would have to not shop for myself. I would have to try to not shop for myself, because if you go in the store, and like the other day when I went in the store and then Lay's had buy 2, get 2 free. I mean, it was just a shame. That the price of the chips already too high. So they raised the price of the little family bag or the big bag to $4. It's not $4 worth of potato chips in there. So when you tell me I could get 4 for buy 2, get 2 free, I'm going to buy them, right? And I did. And unfortunately, I've been eating them. So I understand not having some sort of, self-control over the thing that is bad for you. But you're going to have to try, Ms. Harper. You're going to have to try. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to sentence you pursuant to the delayed sentence statute for 6 months. That means that if you do what I asked you to do, after 3 months, you can actually get off probation. So the probation is 6 months, but if you complete the terms and conditions after 3 months, you can get off. I'm going to impose the mandatory cost of $210. And then with respect to the remaining cost, it is a non-reporting probation. However, it is a non-reporting probation, but I do need Ms. Harper's address and phone number. And we're going to have to connect her with Ms. Green, because I am going to order community service in place of those other fines, costs, and fees. So I'm going to impose 5 days, which is 40 hours, which is equivalent to $400. So that's how it goes. 5 days of community service, which is equivalent to 40 hours, which is equivalent to $400. I am also going to order gamblers counseling. And then she may need a referral. So I don't know if she can go anywhere for the gamblers counseling. So it doesn't have to go through probation, but it has to be a person, a doctor, a licensed counselor. And then she's going to go once a month to the gamblers counseling. Is she eligible to have her name removed from the disassociated persons list? Has she been on the list for 5 years?
I am checking the date of signature. She's been on since 2017. So yes.
So yes, so she is eligible to have her name removed. So if you feel like you no longer have a problem, then you can petition to get your name removed. I don't know all the requirements. I am also going to say, though, notwithstanding, if you get your name removed within this 6 months, you can't have any contact with the casinos within the 6 months. So no contact with the casinos within the 6 months. If Mr. Newman, your client does need a referral to a gambler's counseling, I don't know what her medical insurance or whatever information may be. So we may have to connect her to the 1-800 number from the court. So if that is the case, let us know and we will get that referral. Please call my courtroom, Mr. Newman, and make sure Mr. Flanagan has Ms. Harper's current address and phone number so that we can mail her a copy of the order of dismissal. Didn't mean it. Sorry, prosecutor, not dismissal, the order of probation. Also, I'm sorry, as a condition of her probation, of course, you cannot get any new offenses. No new cases. And then Mr. Flanagan, make sure we put this on a delayed sentence form. And then no driving without a valid license. Well, you told me she catches the bus anyway. And I think those are all the conditions that I'm gonna set. Anything further?
Your Honor, can I get that number?
965, I'm sorry, 965-2295. 965-2295.
Okay, and then we'll get that information from there.
Yes.
I believe that's it. The only thing is with that gamblers counseling.
Mhm.
I don't know exactly how that works. So for her,
It depends. So
Yeah.
some of them, they do it in person, some of them do it online.
Okay.
So I don't know what her situation, it looks like she's in your office though, right now. Is she in your office?
Yes.
So she may not have the ability to do it virtually.
Okay.
So they can definitely find something for her close to her home.
Okay.
And that's with the community service also. So it's not going to be a situation where she's going to have to go far and all of that. So maybe that's why I'm going to make it where she can report to probation on the initial occasion. So report to probation. They will contact her I'm going to say report to probation for referrals. And then they will find a place, the community service, they'll give her close to her home. It's the holiday season. So, it could be like what do you call it? The people that ring the bell, like Salvation Army, and those might be like close to her where she could go, but they'll work with her based on her address.
Okay. And you said 5 days, 40 hours. So she has to, are you saying she has to complete the 40 hours within 5 days?
No, I'm saying I'm giving her 5 days of community service, which is equivalent to 40 hours. So like if she go one day and only work 3 hours, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't count for 5 days. It's 40 hours. She can do the 40 hours through the course of the whole 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, then you can call the courtroom, give us their address and phone number, and then we'll mail this out and probation will contact her, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, you're so welcome. Have a great day and stay safe.
Thank you, you too. And happy holidays. Thank you.
Same to you.
Thank you.
All right, and to the people also, happy holidays and have a great day. Stay safe.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Your
You
Honor.
too.
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.